Receipts be looking like phone numbers. Hiya! Hello! How's everybody doing? Let's get started. Did you guys get the notice of the new yoni oil we have out? There's a couple things I want to go over with you guys too. There's a couple of things. Try the bourbon oil. Talk to me. Talk to me. The second bottle is being shipped out, by the way, just so you know. Let's talk about it. Okay, we're getting our asses handed to us, but it's a fat ass, Nikki. So, I mean, you got some cheeks on you. It brought you attention you didn't quite like. In what way? Hello, hello. What kind of attention? Maybe you can fine tune the intention for it. Hi, everybody. Oh, yeah, that. I gotta learn the lesson before I hit my Virgo season. Sometimes, babes, you're just too juicy for the world. He was being a creep. Ugh. So perhaps for work, we don't wear that one. Perhaps for work, we do the protection oil. And then for social events, we do the sinful bourbon. Heyo, what's going on? Yeah, no more bourbon when we're hard lesson learned. Hard lesson learned. Can protection absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, hello. Okay, so I want to go over some updates with you guys. Unless you're an accountant. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so here's a couple things that I want to update you guys on. I know I have been talking about the Academy over and over and over again, the significance of it. I know it was expensive. So here's what I had a very long and very deep conversation with Spirit. In case you guys didn't catch my socials, I was in Arizona decompressing and doing my self care and doing some energy work and consulting with my mentor and everything under the sun that I need for myself. So I had a long talk with Spirit and my mentor. So it's not just with myself and consciousness, but with my mentor physically as well. And I was going over my intention with business because we do talk about my business all the time. And I'm like, I'm not knowing how to navigate this next journey because there's a lot of changes that I do want to make that makes sense for everybody. So the design of the academy initially was to give people a foundation for their practice. Yes. Is to help them with understanding the laws and the natures of the universe and helping them with emotional regulation, mental health, and connecting with their own consciousness. And that's still the intent of the current program that I have now with some slight adjustments. What I've been, coming into, especially with the portal that we have today, okay, especially with the portal that we have today, I've been looking at different designs and methods of manifestation. There's so many that you guys can look up on Google for free. The 369 method, the affirmations, whisper method, O method. There's so many different types of manifestations. And what I'm noticing with a larger part of the collective is that sometimes it doesn't work. And why? Why does sometimes it not work? And that has a lot to do with your own neural processing systems. It has to do with your own trauma and subconscious cycles. So where do I step in with that? You guys know that I have such a large focus on mental health and helping you guys get to a place where you can manifest things for yourself. So if you're a part of the collective that I'm tapping into where you're struggling with affirmations and meditations and understanding how your energy moves through the universe and all of that fun stuff, this academy program is designed to help you understand and heal those neural regulations. Okay. So this new program is called Ascension and Manifestation Academy. And what it is to help you get more in tune with yourself, help you rewire your subconscious so that way you can use those manifestation methods that you guys already have and allow them to work better in your life. Okay? So taking aside, there will be some manifestation methods in there, how to do it, some ritual practices, because of course, witchcraft. So there are some ritualistic practices that you guys will study, you guys will learn in the academy, but I wanted it to be accessible, but I also want it to be something where you're more inclined to take a look at it and work through the program that I have. Okay. So yes, Neurospices. So if you look at my website, you will see a tab that says memberships. And it's going to open up immediately to the Ascension and Manifestation Academy for neurodivergent thinkers. So my target audience is going to be all my neurospicy individuals. Okay. My hope is for you guys to become closer connected with yourself and understanding and knowing yourself, and loving yourself, so that way the manifestations that you do use are more effective. Okay, so the academy program is broken down into modules because again, everything that I curate and organize and think about is based off of how my brain works. So I'm very scatterbrained. I am also autistic, and I'm high functioning have high functioning autism. Obviously, you guys can see that. I'm very unfiltered, and if you guys have been here for a while, you know that my tism sometimes, comes out of my filter. So you guys know that my brain does not work normally like neurotypical thinkers. Sometimes I don't understand things. Sometimes my brain doesn't pick up things until after a second. I work a lot with symbols and figures, but I need things direct because I also don't understand. Thank you so much. I also don't understand the concept of time. If it's not in front of my face, I don't think about it. Okay. And the hyperfixation. Exactly. So hyperfixation is also something that I struggle with. So when I looked at the academy, I redirected my thoughts towards, let me go through this program and see how I respond to it. I shit you not, 3 minutes in, I was like, okay, I want to do something else. So I totally get it. So investing in something that you don't even know you're going to be able to concentrate on is something that's already going to kick in guilt and shame and doubt. So what I changed is the pricing and the structure of it for you. So it is the academy, access to the entire academy is on a month-to-month basis. So that way you guys can cancel your membership and bring it back up without losing your spot or anything of the information, because it's constantly going to get updated. So it's $99 a month now, and you have access to the entire academy, and it's organized to where you can jump through the modules. If you get curious about something, you can tap into it, and then you can go back to what you were studying. Everything is open for you guys. And I sat long with Spirit about this because I wanted to figure out how I can continue to help you guys without overdoing myself. Okay, so the academy now is called the Ascension and Manifestation Academy for neurodivergent thinkers. And it's designed for the collective that doesn't understand how to manifest with the traditional or typical methods that are provided on social media. Okay, so that's something new that we have already integrated. So when you visit the website and go under the memberships, you will find that the price has already been adjusted. And I feel like this works for everybody. Hi! I feel like this works for everybody. Now, here's the flip side to things. The mental health program, you can only have access to if you're in the academy. Okay, so you have to have an active membership to the academy to have access to the links to book for mental health. Here's where I'm grandfathering people in. If you have had an appointment in the last 30 days, either consultation or follow-up, you'll be grandfathered into the program. Well, you'll be given links to be able to book outside of the academy. Okay. That's the grandfathering program, is the last 30 days. So in the last 30 days, if you've had a consultation or a mental health follow-up, you'll be given the links. You just have to email Tiff. We'll confirm your appointment time. We'll give you the link and you can book outside of the academy. For upcoming clients, patients, friends, for upcoming people that have not entered the mental health program, you will have to have a membership to the academy. Here is why. More than it's, my method of healing is educating. Okay. And I truly feel like more than just teaching you how to think differently or open up your perspective or find compassion and love within yourself, you have my brain. I'm not saying you, like, this is how you think, but this is how my brain thinks. You have to understand what it is that you're doing. Like, I don't trust something unless I understand the mechanisms of it, what the intent is. So if you tell me, bitch, you need to meditate, I'll be like, okay, but why? What does it do? That's how my brain works. It's always worked that way. Thank you so much. Yay, thank you. It's always worked that way. It's never gonna fucking change. Maybe it's a trauma response. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that my brain does not trust shit unless I understand what it is. So when you go through the academy, you're gonna understand the different types of meditations and what they do. So that's how I've designed the academy. Now, the ascension and manifestation aspect of it, what I'm adjusting with the program is giving you easier access to jump through information rather than locking things and not having access to things and all of that fun stuff. You're going to be given everything all at once, and you can decide how you want to go through the program. Okay. Yes, exactly. So especially when I created the emotional processing formula, the entire premise of that formula is to get you a deeper understanding of why you're feeling what you're feeling and what emotions they are connected to. A lot of feedback from people that I get is Britt, I don't know what I need, but I need help. Okay, great. X, Y, and Z, and I'll take the steps and we figure it out together. Okay? It happens all the time. But while you're an academy student, you have access to the who's, what's, when's, where's, and why's. So when we have a mental health session, I'll say, okay, review module 2, lesson 3. And you'll watch the 10, 15-minute video. You'll read the synopsis. You'll have a homework assignment. And sometimes I think some of the modules do have tests. And they're not graded. It's just to help you make sure that you know what you're reading and understanding. Okay? The academy's not graded. It's not, something where you have to pass it in order for you to continue to move on. It's there to guide you so you understand what you're reading and alleviate a lot of the guilt that's associated with learning. Okay, so that's something new. So if you ever want to book a mental health session and you've had one in the last 30 days, just email us. We'll confirm your last 30 days. We'll send you the links and you are A-okay. If you have not, you will have to follow the new program. Okay, so you'll have to have access to the monthly membership, which is $99. And then you can book your consult, then you can book your follow-up session or X, Y, and Z. Okay, my 30-minute and 1-hour Zoom appointments are the same prices. The 30 minutes is $222 and the 1 hour is $444. Now, the difference with what I'm offering in those sessions is the 1 hour gets a recorded copy of not only the video recording of our conversation, but you'll receive a summary. So at the end of our session, during our session, it's recorded by not only the video recording, but by AI. So AI captures the essence of our conversation and breaks it down into bite-sized pieces. So because again, I can understand and listen to the information, but for some odd fucking reason, you can't get me to go watch that video again. You can. I don't know why, but I get overstimulated and I get frustrated and I won't watch that video back. So with that in mind, I don't expect you guys to either. To the point, here's the extent of my overstimulation. I cannot listen to voice texts, voice messages, voice recordings. I absolutely cannot. If it's over 60 seconds, I won't listen to it. Now, iPhones now have an update where it types out the closed captions and I read those and continue on because my brain will not sit. Okay. So the captions in the videos to focus on video. Exactly. That's how my brain works. So the 1 hour sessions now get a copy of the video recording plus a summary at the end that goes over all of our talking points. I have to see the transcript. Exactly. It's just how my brain works. I've tried. I have really tried, but I can't sit long enough. My brain is constantly moving in something further. So I don't expect you guys to do the same either. Okay? Because you guys know by now, I am never going to make you do something if I haven't done it or I'm not willing to do it. Ooh, hydrate. Over the last 5 years, I have noticed that I have a tendency to spitfire information at you guys very quickly and in large amounts. So in the moment, we catch a flow, we're vibing, and then at the very end, you guys are numb. And then you have all of your questions coming at the very end. Okay, so with the new appointments that we have, and here's another thing too. If you ask in the 30-minute, I wouldn't mind giving you guys a copy of that recording. Like I think honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it only makes sense to give you guys a copy of the video and the transcript afterwards. So in the terms and conditions have been updated, and now because in your privacy policy it states very clearly that I will not record unless you request it in the privacy policy. Now the privacy policy has been updated to let you guys know, by the way, bitches, it's recorded, but no one will get access to it other than you and whoever you share it to. Okay. Yes. So when all of that information is thrown at you, it takes a minute to digest. You get the gist of it, but then you forget key points, and that's always super frustrating because I have readings with other people too, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, I think they said this, this, and this, and I understand this, this, and this, but I forgot what they said about this, this, and this, and then I'm like, fuck, now I need another appointment. So to avoid all of that nonsense, it's now recorded. And you guys will be given a transcript. So that's new and updated. Now, when you book a 30-minute or 1 hour session with me, the registration is different. So basically, when you book a 30-minute or 1 hour session, it's the time frame that you're booking. Because when you register, you're going to select the type of reading that you would like. Okay? So now here's the thing. For people that get overstimulated and you don't know what you need, that's totally okay. There's another option, and you'll comment, I don't know, I just need help. And I can take it from there. But we have options for psychic medium readings. We have options for the natal chart readings, the 30-minute or the 1 hour session, mentorship, guidance, business development, you name it. Okay, so it's the time frame that you're allotted for. Now, if you take a look at the destiny, like what is my purpose reading, that is an hour and a half, and I go over all of it. All of it. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the nature of the reading, what we'll be going over. If you have questions, of course, you can ask. But in the what's my purpose reading, I go over karmic cycles, trauma. I go over emotional regulation skills. I go over path, purpose, and alignment spiritually. I go over your gifts. I go over your ideal career, how to start, you name it, business, all that fun stuff. We go over all of it in an hour and a half. Okay. I can just focus on our discussion instead. So, yeah, people that like taking notes, I've taken your guys' learning styles into consideration, and I feel like this method would help a lot more. I do notice that as I've switched over to this method of recording and transcripts, people still do take notes to kind of go back on talking points throughout the video, but major talking points and topics and ideas are brought up in the synopsis post-appointment. So those are a couple things. Now, the live readings. The live reading prices have gone up a wee bit. This is to help mitigate people that just want attention. Because again, I feel like with live readings, people that need help, they get shoved out by people that just want validation. And I feel like the price adjustments help create space for people that really do want to learn, that really do want help. This, it sounds ass backwards because this is I shit you not, this is what I argued with my mentor. I argued this exact point. I'm not here for money. Never have been. And when she suggested that I increase my prices to help filter out those people, I said, okay, but what about the people that can't afford it? She goes, that's what the Academy of Mental Health is for. I was like, oh, okay. So the difference between the mental health program and the academy is that you're learning and growing and healing with the academy, which is my intention. My intention is to teach. My intention is to discuss. My intention is to help. My intention is to talk to you and help you work through things. You know, like a fucking therapist, but a teacher therapist, a mentor therapist, a coach, whatever you want to fucking call it. The psychic readings and mediumship, I don't doubt myself in what I know, what I see, and what I hear. It's just when I share information, it's understanding that at any moment that timeline could change. But when I'm in a session, when I look at timelines and outcomes and patterns and probabilities, I calculate all of it and still give you a pretty solid fucking answer, which is why a lot of my predictions come to pass. Is just because I'm mentally calculating it before I say anything. Okay. Products. So products, same magical shit. We have a yoni oil now. We have a yoni oil now, and it's to pair very well with the bourbon oil. Now, the bourbon oil is completely sold out. You guys tapped that oil out within a week. I will not be making it again. Same with the reveal oil, same with all of that stuff. I was already instructed and guided by my mentor to not bring them back up again. I will have a new, more longer lasting formula, updated formulas coming up for the holiday season. So I do have new products that are very similar to what you guys experienced. But the curation of those products are going to be more sustainable throughout any energetic shift. Okay. Thank you. So with the yoni oil, there is coconut oil in it. So for those with nut sensitivities, this is not going to be your product. And I do know that there's a couple people that have sensitivities to chamomile. There is chamomile in this product. The exotic blend that you'll see on the bottle, like the label on the bottle, it's an exotic herbal blend. It's all natural, high quality ingredients. It's not about quality, it's about the mixture of herbs that I have in it. The intention is set for not only magical purposes, but health purposes. So it helps with restoring pH balances, blood circulation, hormone balancing, lubrication, dryness, and razor burns, bumps, or ingrown hairs. So it helps with all of that stuff as far as health purposes are concerned. And this yoni bottle that I have is mint flavored. It's mint flavored. So all natural ingredients is zero fragrances and or extracts. So it's all natural herbs, double strain sifted with essential oils. Okay, so that yoni oil is out. Shipping will be ready the 19th. It's currently charging under this beautiful portal energy, which I'm excited for. Ironically, I'm going to create a yoni oil with portal energy for a portal. Man, you must have just brushed your So the yoni oil is up and ready. It's a 2-ounce bottle and it's $33. Okay, the yoni oil is to strengthen the goddess within, harness your sacral energy of feelings and creativity. Okay, so yes, it's a soul snatcher 9000. Don't get me wrong, but it includes all of the natural health properties and then the magical property intentions, which is harnessing the goddess within, understanding the strength of who you are, and reconnect you with your own divinity. Okay. Very soft, very loving, very nurturing. Very nurturing. I can get creative for sure. Portal energy for your portal. Abso-fucking-lutely. So we have the yoni oil that's out. Soaps are coming out. And what else? The Academy. Readings. Subs. So for my subs, your guys' class will be released shortly, probably this weekend. I'm doing some refilming because I don't like the way that I filmed this last one, and I'm just anxiously awaiting to refilm it. But it's an activity, it's a shadow work activity that helps you understand your relationship with the feminine and masculine energies. Okay? Within and outside of you. Anything I should or shouldn't do with a protection oil, don't mix it with other ritual oils. Don't mix it with other ritual oils, and don't use more than the suggested amount, which is about 3 drops. 4 to 5 is okay, but you don't need to squeeze the whole fucking thing. Genuinely, you really only need 3. Pulse points, crown, behind the ears, belly button, feet, you name it. You just need it to be in your energy. If you keep it on your hands, it will help protect your hands, heart chakra, all of that stuff, okay? Don't protect yourself from money. Exactly. I've made that mistake of mixing the oils for shits and gigs to find out what the fuck it would do. Because all of my ritual oils have natural protection properties. It's just when that specific oil has veiling properties that it's not to block you from blessings, but you may accidentally basically make yourself invisible. So if like you're manifesting wealth, it might miss you. Yeah, so the protection oil, that's all you need, babes. You just ask it to keep you safe from any energetic harm. Alrighty? Questions before we get to the astrology reading? Ooh, that's another thing. So my Academy peeps, you guys, my Academy membership people, I will have spontaneous retreats that I will be going on, and you guys will only have access to information regarding the retreats, and it's just ticket prices. So ticket prices just help me understand who's going, and I think the ticket prices range from like $100 to $250. You guys will be responsible for your own flights, your own hotels, your own transportation. But when you purchase a ticket, depending on the ticket that you get, it determines the type of information that you receive. So if you get like the first tier, it'll give you access to the dates, where to fly into, where to drive to, different suggestions for hotels, different suggestions for, some advice on driving through Arizona. So just like little tidbits and things that if you've never been to Arizona before that you might want to know, type of thing. And then if you get the second tier, I will give you access to where I'll be staying, where I'm flying into, where I'll be staying, some ideas for the itinerary buildups and things like that. So basically inviting you guys to my retreat sessions if you guys are interested, and that'll be only for my Academy students. Original Academy link. Yes, so that is a great question. The original Academy link on the High Priestess 2 page will be coming down within the next 30 to 60 days. Okay? So my advice is to download as much information as you can from the program, save the video links, all of that stuff, because I will be sending out a warning shot 30 days prior to closing it out. I'll be deleting that old portal. Same. I'm trying to set roots in Arizona right now. I'm getting the process started. Deadline? Nope. It's a monthly membership. You are welcome to join whenever you'd like, because the way that it's structured is you won't miss out on anything. All of the information is there, and then I will continue to be adding more information just because my brain thinks of things later, and I'll be like, oh, they might want to know this. Boom, I'll throw it in the Academy. How would I accidentally protect myself from money? So, yeah, like for example, if you put the protection oil over your business or over your bank account, it may have a tendency to turn it invisible. Okay. You didn't miss too much, my love. I was just kind of going over updates, but this is recorded, so you can kind of go back. I would start at like 2 minutes into the VOD and then play it from there, just because I did Academy membership updates. It's now on a monthly membership for $99. The mental health program is only for my academy students. However, if you've had a follow-up session or a consultation within the last 30 days, you'll be grandfathered into the program. So you'll be given the links to book. One-on-one sessions are organized a little bit differently. You guys get a video recording and a transcript afterwards. You have a session coming up for your business that will, and I already went over it with you. It'll be recorded. You'll get a transcript afterwards. Those prices are staying. So those are for now, the baseline of my pricing is $222 for 30 minutes and $444 for an hour. That's my baseline. So over the next 5 to 10 years, it may go up from there. Okay. But for right now, those are the baseline prices. My live readings have gone up in price. The shift is going to be me moving towards teaching and giving you guys information and helping guide you guys and working through your mental health and all of that fun stuff. And then the mentorship aspect, this is what you guys are paying a pretty fucking penny for. This is what you're investing in. You're investing in one-on-one detailed consultations, workups, all of that fun stuff. So that's the caveat, is I'm trying to focus more on teaching and giving you guys this information so you guys can develop a sense of, spiritual independence and growth, and giving you guys a baseline to helping heal yourself. And then the shift is more one-on-one healing opportunities and all of that fun stuff. And then the academy, going back to the academy, you guys will have access for at an additional price to information on upcoming private retreats that I'll be doing. And when I say retreats, it's like trips around the US. So I'll be, traveling a little bit more and doing my own healing and alignment. And I'm inviting you guys to come join me if you'd like. So ticket prices are just to get information on where I'll be, where I'm going. Depending on the tier that you get will determine how much information you're fucking getting. But whether you're going, if you pay the ticket price, you're going to stay updated. I'm going to let you know what we're going to be working on probably about a day or two before, depending on where we're going. I'll probably build an itinerary of different, tours that we might be doing, hikes, things to prep for, how to pack, all of that. So weather checks and updates. But I want to include you guys in a lot more of how I do things, because again, different learning styles. But you guys will be responsible for your own flights, hotel stays, and all of that fun stuff. So it's just the price is smaller. The way I used to do the retreats is there would be an upfront fee, and I would cover cost of food, cost of the hotels and transportation and all of that stuff. So tours and anything you guys did. There was one retreat where I did energy healing sessions. So I took you guys to the spot that I go to for energy rejuvenation, and I did Reiki and moved energy through and helped you awaken and do all of that fun stuff. And now it's just come hang out. Come chill. Info in the academy on how to protect your money without turning invisible. Yes. So basically, what you're going to be protecting, you're going to be protecting yourself from not accepting wealth. So what you want to do is protect your subconscious from self-sabotaging. That's what I would use the protection oil for, is protecting you from yourself. Okay? Protect you from yourself and rejecting and self-sabotaging. This is a superfood smoothie with vitamins, and I think there's there's vitamins, electrolytes, and some other things. Not sponsored, but I love them dearly. Love them dearly. They have really good fruit bowls. Yes, mommy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think that's something that I want to stick by, is I really do enjoy helping you, all of you. It's just over the last 5 years, there'll be some people that slip through the cracks and take advantage, and they overdo it, and it ruins it for everybody else. But that's a boundary that I need to set with myself and not punish you guys for. So rather than taking things away and, you know, reinstilling negative reinforcement and punishing everybody because of, you know, a handful of people that fuck up. I'm going to reset the boundaries and provide a greater learning opportunity. No. No, Linda, no. No, sweetheart, you would know. But no. And that's the thing too is that it's the entitlement. It's the entitlement. The thing is that I love every single one of you. I do. Getting to know you guys and seeing and allowing you guys to be vulnerable and connect with you guys and help you work through things. It's truly an honor. This is coming from somebody that I don't trust my left hand sometimes, you know? So it's like, you know, getting me to trust anything outside of me, you'd have a better time pulling teeth. You'd have a better time trying to shave my head. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, y'all, it's me. I'm the problem. No. Um, so thank you for the bits, babe. So rather than negative reinforcements and doing all of that nastiness and, you know, Spirit really had me sit down and identify what was going on and how I felt and why I felt that way. Because I'm telling you guys, everything that I teach you is something that has been instilled in my brain. I'm not quick to point fingers, I'm quick to self-reflect. And sometimes to the point where I even question my own leadership. And I have to stop doing that. So, you know, setting boundaries. And this is the new program that we're going to be running. Teaching. And if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out and ask. But let's go ahead and get started. Shall we? Let's dance. Let's get to classes. Let's switch to, and then titties. Sorry. Astro. Oh, hold on. Can't do that. Because I gotta pull it up here first. Dummy. Titties. I got this new romper. I got a lot of compliments with wearing blue. So I got some blue, I got some red, I got some flowery stuff. I'm trying to be girly. I think is what was suggested because I am very rough around the edges. So I got some dresses and skirts and things. Look at how cute this is. It's got ruffles. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's got like ruffles and things. And I got this skirt too. More flowers. I got some shorts because I'm still a tomboy. Oh, I got this one. This one is what I'm really excited for. This skirt. So I got this white skirt. It's cotton and flowy. And it has a matching top. Now, I don't know if my fat fucking titties are going to fit in this, but I'm going to really try to squeeze them in. But it's got this top. And there's one that I'm really excited for. Oh, and I got these like tennis skirts because they got shorts underneath. Ain't no way you're going to catch this ass in a skirt without something covering it because I don't know if you've seen the size of my ass, but good lord. Okay. Yes, she thick with triple C's. Okay, let's get to class. Come on, Brittany. See, I'm telling you guys, that's just how my brain works. If it's not right in front of my face, then what am I doing? Is it this one? It's this one. We're gonna do this, and a little bit of this, and some of that. And we get it over here. And we're gonna recenter it without fucking everything up. Gorgeous. 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 Ooh, we almost have a grand trine. All right, let's go ahead and find out why everybody is feeling the way that they're feeling. Let's double check. Let's do an energy check so I know where y'all are at. How are you guys feeling? We got Queen of Wands. We got Six of Wands. We got Page of Swords. We got Eight of Wands. Energy looks good. Anybody not feeling good? Stressed? Murdery. Got it. Okay. Let's find out what's going on in the sky. I got COVID? No, I'm so sorry. Murdery? Everybody on the same page with murdery? Okay. Alright, alright. Let's talk about it. Weird space, for sure. You know what? I don't know if you guys have seen that clip of everybody's in yoga poses. Everyone's doing yoga. And it's the Grinch. Someone's in a Grinch outfit. And he's in a yoga pose. And like, okay, deep inhale and exhale. And he just like screams. Do planets and stars call out the environment? Yes. It is just a fat fucking call out. Ovulating. Oh, so you're feral. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, so as of right now, here's the sign that may be experiencing some conflict with people outside of them. So Cap risings and Cap, Aquarius, and Pisces risings, you guys might be experiencing some conflicts outside of you. Okay, because the first house is representing self, seventh house represents partnerships and people outside of you. So kind of in this realm right here between the seventh and eighth houses. Okay, so if you are any of those three signs, a lot of the frustration that you're feeling and or experiencing could be very well outside of you, and it's nothing that you're necessarily doing wrong. I am noticing this opposition. The moon was moving through Virgo the last few days, helping ground some energy. Now we're in feisty Libra. And I say feisty Libra because they are bad and they're bougie, but they can be a little emotionally off balanced when not validated and or regulated. So the dysregulation that I'm seeing is not so much the moon placement in Libra, but it's being triggered by Neptune retrograde. So we've got the subconscious combating consciousness, which is in of itself the same thing, you battling yourself. Okay, so I feel like as far as the collective is concerned, y'all are battling your own subconscious. Okay, so, you want to hold yourself accountable, you want to take accountability, but my God, these people around me are dumb as hell. Okay? So, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay, it's kind of what I'm seeing here with this Neptune retrograde, 29th degree Pisces. Okay, so, what else? We're getting this closer conjunction with Mars, Jupiter, and Gemini. At least the yod broke, so there is some emotional reprieve there. And Pluto trining Uranus, the planet of rebellion and change. Y'all are feeling a lot of changes happening within and outside of you, and it is out of your control, and you don't know what the fuck to do, and all you can do is let go and surrender. And that is frustrating. Especially for Taurus placements. Icky pooyaki. So what can we focus on? Not murdering anybody, Sun in Leo, 7th house. Especially your partners. Okay. I know. Boo. No bits for you. I mean, if we're looking from an emotional standpoint, y'all could really pop the fuck off at your partners and people and call them the fuck out. You really could right now. You could call out some motherfuckers right now. Would it be worth it? Yeah. I don't know. Listen, this Virgo control freak does not want to let go. And that's what I'm saying. So am I going to make you do something that is outside the scope of what you are comfortable doing? No. So let's look at it from an emotional standpoint. Let's look at it from a little bit more of, let's look at it less logical and more emotional. What are you feeling? Because what are we about to talk about this month? Shadow work. What are you really truly fucking feeling? Because we can be logical all fucking day, but your emotions are just saying like, hey, let me negotiate this color or the shade of orange. Exactly. Mercury retrograde. I'm shutting the fuck up. It's wise, absolutely, but it still doesn't alleviate the stress and the tension and pressure that you're feeling. So how can we do that? Okay. Crime of passion. I think that's where we're kind of at right now a little bit here. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Spirit, let's meet our collective at the core of their emotions right now. I heard oof. I literally heard oof. I have Tower reversed. Okay, so I have Tower reversed here. And Seven of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is you guys, the only reason why you guys have it lashed out is because of the severity of what your anger can do. Okay, you guys aren't afraid to be angry. You're afraid of what the extreme of your anger can do. So you guys are trying to pull yourself back from that. Okay, that's what I feel like you guys are kind of at right now. Is that your passion is at such a level that you could do some damage. Okay, so what can we do? What is the most realistic activity? Hmm. All right. What's the worst that could happen? Just like all honesty, if you guys went ham, did what it was that you wanted to do, what's the worst thing that could happen? I heard murder charge. I want to know the answer. I could lose some. She's all trying to find. She's like, actually, is it really that bad? I feel like it can make new friends. uh, Liz, you're like, listen, I have a passport. And I have made it with negative in my account, so don't ask me. I feel like I would lose everything. Cause trauma and lose trust. Yeah. So we're right now, it's my intent of having you guys look at this and look at the extremes of what your emotions can do is to get you guys to look at both sides of the spectrum and find the happy medium, find the compromise. Okay, so when we're looking at worst case scenario, you know, what satisfaction would it bring you in that worst case scenario, which, you know, Britt so lovingly shared with us that she would end up in prison, but it might be a good weight loss program. Okay. And that's, you know, here's another thing too, rationalizing things. And I'm definitely not glamorizing prison, but I'm pretty sure they have health care, 3 square meals a day. And sometimes they even, what do they call it? Solitary confinement. Lord, don't tempt me with a good time, you know? So it's just, I'm not glamorizing prison by any means. It's just, when you get to that level of anger, that concept doesn't seem so bad. Shh, that's my retirement plan. Nah, for real. And we can see titties, right? And go outside and play, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Dental sucks? Okay, yeah. I think honestly, that's probably where they'd get me. I'm like, I don't need to see a doctor. Get me my teeth clean. So, nah, but the drama in there is like high school. Yeah, see? No bills, free electricity. I don't know, I need my sushi and Dutch Bros. Then that's the caveat. It sounds nice, but look at your life right now. What wouldn't you be able to have? They get tablets now? Shut up. Streaming services. Wi-Fi and tablets now? There's no way people in prison can watch me stream. That's fucking hilarious. All right, come on, bring it back, guys. Bring it back. Bring it back to center. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because what are your goals and dreams? That's my big brother. What? Oh, can I have my dentist? I need to see Brittany. They don't have coffee. And that's where someone says, like, I need my Dutch Bros. And I'm like, listen, sushi Dutch Bros, I get it. Um, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Come on, ladies. Let's bring it back. Listen, what are your goals in this lifetime? They don't allow witchcraft books or content. See, even the prison system's afraid of witches. There you go. Because you know damn well I'd be in the middle of the cafeteria with my casting circle. Mm-mm. I need my oils. There you go. Poop makes great fire. I don't think I would want fire. Let's just see you. Okay, no, stop. Bring it back. Come on, ladies. What are your goals in this lifetime? What are your goals in this lifetime? Belly button lint. Yeah. Live sustainable on an island by myself. Fuck everybody. So Lumi's going to prison. Just kidding. Fulfilling soul purpose. Fulfilling soul purpose. Travel, be financially set. Explore the world. See things. You don't want, you've got. It's the difference between a beach view and 4 cement walls. That's why I took it back, my love, because it's 888 portal. I was definitely not manifesting that for you. I am manifesting the life of your dreams for you right now. Okay. Find the person I can be myself with, no judgment. Yeah. Okay. Freeing my lineage and creating strong lineage blessings. Exactly. I want to have stability for myself and my son. Absolutely. Is it Sherry or is it S. Cherry? I'm going to go with Sherry. Okay. Right. You're right. Looks so awesome. So they hate me more. There you go. You know what? Hey, it's the simple things in life, Lumi. Cherry. Nice. Nice. Cherry it is. Generational wealth. Good karma for my family. Uh-huh. So, let's bring it back. What are we angry about? Become a millionaire out of spite. Love that for you. Raise the collective vibration. I'd reach my higher self. You reach all kinds of things. The 11 times will give you the out of body experience that you're looking for. I think after 11 times you probably break out of samsara, the cycle of life and death. I think being able to orgasm 11 times at once would probably make you smell colors and see smells, you know? Manifest on demand. There we go. Life is worth living again. I love this for you. Other people's feelings because they're emotionally disconnected or unintelligent makes them, and that my feelings make them uncomfortable. Let them choke. That's gonna be my advice to you is let them choke. Carol, let them choke. Don't break yourself into bite-sized pieces for other people. Let them choke. You'll if you stand in that authenticity, you're bound to be around people who either have a big enough mouth or big enough hands. But don't break yourself down into bite-sized pieces because you want to fit within whatever social norm that you're at. Let them choke. Mm-hmm. Embrace authenticity. So, what are you guys upset about what are you guys upset with right now? Looking at the sky and it's a puddle of mush with all of these conjunctions and these transits and these oppositions and Mercury retrograde and things, kicking you in the ass and you're angry and you would be willing to risk your goals for the sake of temporary satisfaction. What are you upset about? Anger, frustration that my love and loyalty never being reciprocated in my relationships. We can definitely talk about that. Oh, my love. You're going to get to a point in life where you understand that MK is not worth it. You want you want Dior, you want Birkin, you want Kelly's, you want those quality bags. You don't want to mess with if you want to get to that kind of status, you'll get to a point where you realize that MK's not what people think it is. You want a nice Hermes bag, you want a nice Christian Dior bag, you want Cartier, um you want you want those things. Versace, there you go. Dooney and Burke, there you go. There you go. 17. Goyard. I'm feral. Let's harness that and put it towards your goals. Just Dean, thanks. Let's remember our goals, ladies. Just remember that your long-term success is what we're working towards. So we're going to make sacrifices one way or another. You make the sacrifice now for the sake of a prosperous future, or you sacrifice, a prosperous future for instant gratification. Listen, before you call yourself lazy, let's make sure you're not burnt out and or depressed. Okay? So because of the crazy 1/8 of my life. Crybaby is not allowed. It's not worrying about when is next payday. Yes. Okay. So remember how I was talking to you guys about relationships with money, and the shame and the guilt around wanting to have more money and not knowing how to heal that relationship with money, or not knowing how to manifest that money, not knowing how to go over the affirmations day in and day out. It took me, despite me not believing in my journaling confirmation and my affirmations, I still did it. But it wasn't as effective because I wasn't actually programming it. I was just reiterating it. It takes twice as long for you to break a habit as it is to make a new one. Okay? So when you're when you're reconfiguring your subconscious habits and behaviors that were instilled for the majority of your life, you have to be patient with the process of constantly repeating affirmations. It takes a long fucking time to retrain your brain to believe that it's worthy of wealth. This is what I'm talking about in this Ascension and Manifestation Academy. Is teaching you how your brain works and working with helping you understand why it's doing the things that it does, so that way you can be more consciously aware and understanding how these affirmations work. So manifesting wealth, manifesting money, manifesting financial stability. Because here's the thing, and the biggest key to take away, and I feel like a lot of the people that have done my money manifesting ritual, the key part of it is tapping into your emotional frequencies, which is why the emotional processing workshop has been provided for you guys, is because it teaches you about connecting with the vibrational frequencies of your authentic emotions. The anger that you guys are feeling right now is valid, but how are you going to use it? And that's where I was talking about what's the worst that could happen. Let's weigh out the odds. Let's really think about this, because it sounds nice in theory because you're angry, but now look at the other extreme. Now where we're at right now is finding that compromise. We found worst case scenario, the good and the bad in that. We found best case scenario, the good and the bad in that. And now let's go ahead and find the happy medium. What is it that you're really looking for? Well, I'm looking for, peace and love and harmony, but I don't know what that's like because I've lived an entire life of chaos. So when it comes to receiving love, this is where self-sabotage comes into play. You know that something's good for you, but you don't know how to respond to it. You don't know how to maintain it. You don't know how to receive it, so you reject it. And that's the self-sabotage that people struggle with, is that self-sabotage is a conscious decision, not a subconscious decision. And that's where people get caught up, is that the subconscious cycles is trauma. You're traumatized. You don't know how to receive love. Now, on the other side of things is when you're recognizing that you have self-destructing behaviors, yet you choose to fall into those habitual patterns, that's self-sabotage. Okay? So helping you guys understand the differences between the two is going to help you understand more the laws and the natures of authenticity, but also how to manifest more effectively. I found calm, yes, and it's nerve-wracking. It quite exactly, literally. I would have to learn necromancy. I don't think I can do. That's grief. So the stages of grief: the anger, the negotiation, or it's anger, denial, negotiation, depression, and acceptance. Okay. So, however, it's not time that heals things. It's how well you navigate those stages of grief. How much you allow yourself to sit in those stages of grief. How deep you allow yourself to go into those stages of grief and move on to the next one. Okay. Undoing the bindings of trauma is rough when trying to, yes. Mm-hmm. To such an accommodating partner. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the anger stage of grief. Well, Bo, what is anger? Anger is a mask for sadness. Okay? Anger is sadness left unresolved. You get angry because you're hurt. You ever been so angry you cry? And you don't know why you're crying? It's because your subconscious is hurt. Your subconscious is sad. Mm-hmm. Necromancy is out. What face is in? I don't know, sister. I've got a couple books. I don't know. I got a couple of books if you want to fuck around and find out. Anger is a secondary emotion. Yes. The Necronomicon. We've got the Lemageddon. We've got the art, or it's a transcendental magic. So. Okay. We're upset. So we feel anger. We're feeling angry because love is not being reciprocated. But to the core, we understand that we're sad and that we're hurt because we keep loving and we're not feeling the same in return. So now we're going into what your subconscious is naturally attracted to. You ever like a red flag so much that it starts turning green? You know someone's not good for you, but you keep running right back to it. This idea that someone feels like home, but the home that you're used to is built on chaos. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to see other. No, but that's the thing is that it's true. We want to see how red that flag can get. Now, a part of us has this level of, compassion for understanding why people do things, but on the other side of this token, it's realizing that seeing someone's flaws makes us feel a little bit better about ourselves. That it makes us feel a little bit more normal because you haven't come to terms with forgiving yourself. You haven't come to terms with loving yourself. So you take a look at somebody else and you're like, "Oh, they're just like me." I feel a little bit more at peace. I feel a little bit more connected. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's, the hero complex. You see somebody that is hurting and you see someone, when you connect with somebody on a level of pain, of emotion, like you know, backgrounds are very similar, how you were raised, and you have that feeling of familiarity and this, unspoken understanding of where you guys come from and how you feel. That's a trauma bond. And the only way to break trauma bonds is by healing the bonds that brought you two together in the first place. And until you work through those, you're going to keep going back to the same cyclical patterns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you guys, with the ads, if you guys have Amazon Prime, you guys can sub to my channel. That way it doesn't come out of pocket. So you go to your Amazon Prime account, or I think you can even log in on Twitch and connect your Amazon Prime account there. Yeah. Yeah. It's an uncomfortable position to sit in when you're consciously aware of why you continue to choose the partners that you do. Now, people talk about attracting partners, right? So, this idea of law of attraction. Why do I keep attracting partners that are emotionally unavailable? Well, sister, let's take a look at your subconscious. Okay. Exactly. Having to self reflect is hard too because, you look at all of your emotionally unavailable partners and you can't fathom the idea that you're emotionally unavailable because you want to love so much and so badly. You want to give love because that's what you have control over, but you don't know how to receive love. And that's the same with your partner. Your partner knows how to give love, but they don't know how to receive love. So all the love that you give, where does it go? You think fixing them is fixing ourselves. And here's the thing is that in some way it does. That Chiron part of you, that Chiron connection of that wounded warrior, when you love people to that capacity, it heals a part of you until you start overgiving in those relationships. And that's where it starts to hurt. So, looking at until you overcompensate, exactly. And that's the people pleasing. So, in partnerships and relationships, retrograde. So, in partnerships and relationships, we want to be nurtured, but there's a big part of us that wants to be acknowledged right now. There's a big part of us that's looking for validation and being acknowledged for the things that we do in partnerships and relationships. Okay. Um, Now, I don't want you guys to focus so much on the things that you do wrong, but I want you guys to pay attention to your habits in relationships when it comes to receiving and accepting love. Do you guys know how to accept love? And that's a really genuine question. Your love language is on one thing. You love giving love, let's say, your words of affirmation. It's good to know that when you're doing something right and hearing someone tell you that they love you and that they care about you, you know. But let's say you're with somebody that doesn't know how to communicate and they love you by providing things or taking care of things, and you're like, that's not how I feel loved and validated, and that's where miscommunication comes in. Okay. Miscommunication that very quickly turns into lack of comprehension. I don't understand. Letting them do stuff for you. Exactly. Letting them come in and do the little things. Because they like doing it. That's their way of showing love. And it's frustrating because you feel loved and validated when you're told you're doing a good job, or when you get a hug, or when you like giving gifts to people, or whatever it might be. You like surprises. The challenging part is being with somebody that doesn't understand that. Now, there's a difference between not understanding and being open to learning to just outright disregarding. And that's something that you have to figure out, is have I told them how I feel loved and validated and appreciated? Have I told them to do X, Y, and Z and they're choosing not to do it? Or do they genuinely not understand that this is my love language and this is how I feel loved and appreciated? Yes. Currently rewiring my brain to accept compliments rather than giving excuses to why I can't get. Exactly. Partner's love language. I didn't get it, but I know he loved me, but I like touch and affirmations. Exactly. Now, here's the thing. Here's where a lot of what I've noticed, the little discrepancies in relationships, in beautiful partnerships and relationships that often get thrown out because of these very simple concepts, is exactly what Carla just said. I know he loved me, but I like touch and affirmation. What if he's afraid of touch and affirmation? What if he's got trauma revolving around touch and affirmation? What if that's something that he needs to heal and work through, and that's why you two are together? Is it's because there is that karmic healing, there's that soul tie, there's that past life connection, there's that, the reasoning for being together is to heal those differences. Mm-hmm. Anything good done for me has always been conditional, so I'd rather just not have it. If for him, it's because dad showed love that way. Yeah. So now it's communicating, this is how I feel loved. I need physical touch and communication. Now, if there is an outright refusal to do it, that's where issues lie. Saying, hey, you know what, this really isn't working out. It's not because I don't love you. It's just I'm not the foundation of trust and respect is not built, and we need to go our separate ways. What if that person doesn't talk or is in denial about having trauma? um, Here's the thing. Underplaying trauma is a coping mechanism. So it's not exactly denial as much as it's a refusal to accept the nature of trauma as a coping mechanism. So that's, and it's an unhealthy coping mechanism because of the extremes that people can take it. Um, it's a slow breaking shell. Okay, so that is something that needs to be slowly nurtured and worked through. That takes patience and accountability and compassion and empathy. Now, with that in mind, you still need to hold boundaries within yourself so they don't treat you like dog shit in the process. Because if they don't think they have any issues, yet they do things repeatedly that hurt other people, that's a lack of self-respect. That now I'm not, saying necessarily that these are sociopathic tendencies, but sociopaths and psychopaths have a very difficult time with long-term planning because they crave that instant gratification. Mm-hmm. Yep. But both sociopathic and psychopathic tendencies are trauma based. So, any questions? I think, how are you guys feeling? Now that we've worked through some of the anger energies kind of mellowing out, we've got our community. I'm here. We're okay. How are you guys feeling? Sleepy. Good. Relaxed. Nurtured. A little less murdery. Good. We're getting somewhere. Mercury retrograde is the it can stir up a lot of feelings. This is the way. Thank you. Deep in thought. Not sure if it's me or all the retrograde. It's both. Self-sabotage. Still working on it. I feel like I need to journal. There you go. I have a pain in my chest and I can't breathe. Let's go ahead and take a look. uh, Breaking away from traditional belief systems and finding your own path and finding your own community. I let my emotions take over and neglected some things. Okay, today's a new day. Tomorrow's a new fucking day. Now, my question to you, Tiandra, is, you know, how much shit did you take until you got to that breaking point? That's something that's going to be a more or less a shadow work question that I have for you. Is how much shit did you take before you got to this letting your emotions take over? Because you're very self-aware and mentally you're a very self-aware individual and emotionally intelligent individual. So my question to you is that how much shit did you take before you snapped? And why did you allow so much to be bottled? So before you start self-deprecating with saying, I let my emotions take over and neglected some things, my question to you is that sometimes I think self-sabotage is you reaching your limit for something you've been repressing. Let me think about it. Self-sabotage, reaching your limit for something you've been repressing. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. It was quite a bit. There you go. Hmm. So let's get to the level of knowing ourselves to where we know what level of emotion we are at based off of what our body is telling us. Emotional processing formula. Okay? Let's get to that point. All right, I think I have an appointment tonight, but she might be on TikTok. So I might be switching over to that app shortly, but I wanted to check in with you guys. Okay, I wanted to check in with you guys to see how you were doing. Wanted to make sure that you knew that I still loved you and all my subs. If it's Steph, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. It is. Oh, Cherry. Hi. Okay. Arthritis or pericarditis? Oh. Showered, so I smell good. Excellent. You're ready for live. Hi, pumpkins. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a wee dance break. Let's clean up the energy and then we'll do your reading. Does anybody else want to do a reading tonight? I can open up the availability, but I'm going to definitely start with Cherry first with her reading. Other than that, I think I'm just going to stick to her reading, and I hope to see you guys in the academy. Okay, so in case you guys missed it earlier, if you guys were jumping in and out, it is recorded in the VOD if you want to replay the VOD, but the academy has been revamped and updated and is on a monthly membership. The monthly membership is $99, and it gives you access to the whole thing. You have the freedom of jumping through lessons and exercises. You have the freedom of exploring all of the little buttons and videos and options that I have. There's still more information being added, so constantly updating new information, more in-depth information, quizzes, worksheets, workshops, books, all of that fun stuff. So I hope to see you in there. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and do a wee break. Are you guys down for that? We have a session soon. Gorgeous. We've been going through some shit. I'm excited to work through that with you. So what I'm going to do is I have to tinkle peeps. So I'm going to play some dance music for you guys. We're going to go on a little break, and then I'll be back in about 2 to 5 minutes. I gotta pee. Let me... All right, I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying to chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We've been situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker. And my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Power and the money, money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour. Everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you
I can't believe these disrespectful men out here. Just staring at y'all bodies, objectifying y'all. Listen, I'm Jamal, and I just want to let y'all know that you too, you're not just sexual
Right,
beings.
another fake woke
Okay.
misogynist.
You are
Does he
strong.
really think he's
You
an
are black.
ally to the feminist cause?
Bitch, please, that kind of crass virtue signaling is nothing but a less overtly nefarious form of toxic masculinity.
Ladies, hey, I see what y'all doing. Cut it out, it ain't nice.
You don't want us, we freaks.
Oh, y'all should have said something earlier. I like me some freaks.
She trying to tan right now, you in her way. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Of the sun.
the sun, yeah. I'm
You know, a little tanning session. Yeah.
all right.
Bye, baby.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in.
That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in a strip club. No, my girl gon' tip. Now she twerking, she throw it out and come back in. Beep, beep. Is that my bestie in a tessie? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she ready. Bitch, you look good with a T at the end. I'm a hyper every time, not my motherfucking friend. She been down since the jellies and the bobos. Now me stepping out the Jeep and my nullos. When we pull up to the scene, they be filled with jealousy. If a bitch get finicky, she gon' bring the energy. I hit a phone with a T like, bitch, guess what? All the rich ass boys wanna fuck on us. I just ass sitting up, you could look, don't touch. And I'm back busting bands every time we link up.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in.
That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in a strip club. No, my girl gon' tip. Now she twerking, she throw it out and come back in.
And my best friend. If you need a freak, I ain't dumb but motherfucker, she my Tweedledee. If she ride for me, she don't need a key. If you sideways, she straighten bitch nowhere. She off her fish, I said, don't go there. Bitch, break her back, she protect and attack. Get that strap, let them buckle, foot on neck, give no air. Whole world wanna be us. Then my main bitch, she my day one. On my way, bitch, let you get drunk and celebrate. Cause we the baddest in the club, that's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in.
That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in a strip club. No, my girl gon' tip. Now she twerking, she throw it out and come back in hot. Best friend, you the baddest and you know it. Uh-oh, girl, I think our booty growing. Fuck it up in the mirror, hit them poses. Best friends and you motherfucking glowing.
Do not be scared, okay?
It's just that's my first time.
Okay, it's mine too.
Best friends and your wrist is like it's frozen. Uh-oh, girl, I think our booty growing. Fuck it up in the mirror, hit them poses. Best friend, you my motherfucking soulmate.
Wait a minute, I think I left my conscience on your front doorstep. Wait a minute, I think I left my conscience.
Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and get back into the swing of things. We'll go ahead and begin with Miss Cherry. Hello. Bjorn. All right, are we back? Hi. Okay, my love. Let's go ahead and take a look. Whatever comes up. Let's see here. Okay, so this is our first reading together. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be channeling your energy first, and then we're going to be pulling some cards, just because of the whatever comes up aspect of it. Let's see what pops up here, okay? Spirit, let's go ahead and connect with Stephanie, please. Your birthday's in 2 days. Happy birthday, love. Let's go ahead. Spirit, come in. Stephanie, come in. Okay. Okay. So when I welcomed your energy in, I was met with the current consciousness of who you are and your 7-year-old self. So when I welcomed your energy in, it was adult you and little inner child version of you, and I saw you interact with her, like, it's okay, go ahead and step forward. So it was almost like this, you have developed a relationship with your inner child to where you're allowing her to speak a lot more, which is something that she's needed. Now, when your inner child came in, she had these big, beautiful brown eyes and this soft, flowing brown hair, and she had this big smile on her face. But what I remember very distinctly is her hair looked like it was done. It was parted on the side, and she had a bow in her hair. And she had a pretty dress on, and she came up to me. She straightened out her dress, and she put her hands at her side. And I said, "Hello, what's your name?" She goes, "My name is Stephanie, but you can call me Steph." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. How old are you?" She goes, "I'm 7, but I can't wait to be 8." And I go, "Okay, what's going to happen at 8?" And you're like, "Well, I'm going to be a big girl then. And I can, and you're like, I'll be able to do more of what I want to do." And I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And she's just like, "I want to be able to sing and dance." And I'm like, "Okay, like, what do you mean by that? Is that something you feel like you can't do?" And you're like, "Well, I like to do it, on my own for fun, but I want other people to be happy with me the same way." Because I was like, "Do you want to be like a pop star, rock star?" And you're like, "No, that's a lot of attention. I feel like you do get overstimulated." Ad break. Okay, so there's an ad right now. So, Britt, if you are in here watching, let her know that this is recorded, and she'll be able to go back to it at 1 hour and 37 minutes. So if you can clock that, she can fast forward to 1 hour 37 minutes and be able to go back to her reading. I'm going to go ahead and continue, just because I do have a channeled flow going right now. Okay. She didn't want to be a pop star. She didn't want to be a rock star. She didn't want to be singer or dancer, but she did want, to showcase herself a little bit more. And I was like, "Okay, well, where do you feel like you can't do that now?" And I'm like, I walked into her safe space, and it was beautifully lit. But what I do remember specifically is that the sun was beginning to set. So, we were sitting on the bench by the tree, and the tree was blowing, and there were some leaves that were falling. Now, the leaves that were falling, they were green. So when I see that, it tells me that there's parts of herself that she is willing to explore more freely without restriction of old belief systems or patterns. There's a lot of self-awareness here. There's a lot of emotional maturity. There's a lot of willingness to, thank you, Bo. That's so kind of you. So kind. I don't know if, Steph, if you want to close out and come back, so that way Bo's gift sub to you can refresh itself. So if there's another ad that comes in, it won't hit you. So if you close out and come back, your new subscription will be able to activate. Thank you, Bo, for that, by the way. So kind of going into the symbolism that I was seeing this with the sunset, I do feel like you're coming to a closure of a cycle, but you look like you're about 2/3 of the way there. So you look like you're about 2/3 of the way of closing out this cycle in your life, and you're in a state of self-reflection. Now you're very willing to be able to tap into those really raw nature, the raw nature of your pure emotions. And I feel like this is something in general, but what I did see was a swing that was hanging from your tree, which to me represents duality. It represents the back and forth flow, because it was kind of moving in the breeze a little bit here. A lot of subtle shifts. I do feel like there is a need to be grounded right now, because you weren't sitting on the swing. You were like noticing it. You were looking at it sway back and forth. So it's this, again, like I said, emotional self-awareness. There's this strong level of emotional intelligence that you have. But when I asked your inner child what your current self needs, she was just like, "I have to go." So I think right now where we're at is figuring out what it is that you do want. Okay, so I think where we're going to be looking at is identifying what your goals are what your goals are, where you feel like you're stuck, where you feel like things aren't progressing, where you feel like you keep going back and forth between something. It doesn't look like it's in extremes, but it does look like it's a little frustrating. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Sunsets, the tree, green leaves falling, self-awareness. The height of your hill was significantly higher than what I usually see, which is symbolic for how your field of vision when it comes to your life. You are looking at things from a broad perspective, but there is this fear of immersing yourself in it. So let's find out a little bit more about that, Spirit. Can I get some insight on what some of Stephanie's goals are, please? Okay, so we're looking for reciprocity in your life, possibly in your partnerships and relationships, but I'm also seeing your career tie into this. I know you can't see it very clearly when it's on my table. The Six of Pentacles popping up for you upright is that reciprocity, but it's also possibly even more financial stability. You could be looking to receive more in your career as far as material comfort is concerned, as far as necessities are concerned. You are incredibly skilled at your craft. I feel like you do have a strong level of awareness of what you want to do. But you could be feeling some levels of resentment for putting in a lot of your skill and work and it being abused or not being acknowledged, or you're not getting paid your worth. Let's find out a little bit more on this, Spirit. Can I get some more insight on some goals? Yes. So with the Ace of Pentacles coming up here upright, look at the tree. Your tree of life was so significant to the channeled messages that I was getting. This is new financial opportunities, but I'm also seeing a new beginning that you're looking for. Let's find out a little bit more about this. Yeah, so dreaming. You know how I was telling you how your cliff was a little bit higher than what I was, what I normally see? Your field of vision of looking out into the future but not immersing yourself in it. So there could be this fear of taking an initial step towards getting off of that hill and moving into your safe space a little bit more, or exploring a little bit more. Big dreams, big goals, but I do see at the end of the day, I do see new opportunities coming your direction. So if you are struggling financially or you're looking for more stability financially, I do see that coming to you just simply based off of your skills. I also see karmic justice popping up here, or what I'm hearing more prominently. But these trees are so significant. Look at these trees. Okay. And going back to what I was saying about the symbolism of it's a reflection of your consciousness, how deeply rooted it is, the type of tree that it is. The green leaves falling from it, your level of emotional awareness, opportunities coming your direction. So let's find out a little bit more on what it is that you need to know about this. Spirit, can I get some more insight on where Stephanie is currently at? Okay, so wish fulfillment. More trees coming up here, more branches. This is a card of wish fulfillment. This is also a card of marriage. Now in this card, there's a birthday cake popping up here. Kind of going back to what I was seeing in the channeled message about you being 2/3 of the way towards your goals with the sun setting. It wasn't exactly at sunset, but it was nearing that timeline, that process. You're getting really close to achieving your goals. I do feel like, yeah. So the Seven of Cups was popping up reversed here, and it was at the bottom of the deck of hidden energies. So you're very clear with your intent, and you're very clear with your goals. I think here it's more along the lines of making sure that you're on the right track. So I think you just need some validation, because self-deprecation is something that you may fall a victim to a lot of the times. And what I mean by this is with the Devil card, it's a false sense of restriction. But it's self-imposed based off of codependency, unhealthy coping mechanisms, possibly addiction. I think I mentioned codependency, if that's possibly coming up here with people pleasing, because I see you being very independent. So I don't see this as your need for partnerships and relationships, but I am feeling more acknowledgement is needed. So let's find out a little bit more about this. Spirit, can I get some insight? Yeah, the Ten of Cups. So with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands, this is looking like a very beautiful partnership. This is looking like a soulmate. This is looking at a life partner. Seeing the future progress from this, but there's some type of restriction. So coming in more of a career, on the career side of your life, you're exactly where you're supposed to be as far as soul purpose is concerned, as far as your passions are concerned. I just think that you need to recognize your value a little bit more with wherever you're at with work, and really take into consideration a lot stronger that you're not getting paid for your worth. Okay, so if you haven't gotten a promotion yet, I do think you are due for one with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Possibly initiating conversation here, actually like asking for it, or talking, maybe scheduling your review, or going over your goals with your manager, whatever it might be. I think there's a need to converse with a superior, or convert maybe your higher self if you are a business owner. I don't know why I mentioned bringing that up, but there is a need to really reassess your value. Okay. Let's find out with partnerships. Let's look at love. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles falling up here sideways. Now with this, the Knight of Pentacles popping up here, this is a card of stability. This is a card of longevity. This is a card of planning. This is a card of long-term thinking. When I see it sideways, you may be feeling a little stuck with whatever your goals are. You may be feeling like there's not a whole lot of progress being made despite the work that you're putting in. So let me find out a little bit more. Can I get some clarity on this, please? With the Emperor. Okay, so Emperor, Six of Swords. Okay. I think this is where the back and forth is a little bit, just because of the nature of the cards that are popping up here with the Chariot and the Six of Swords. If you notice, there's a lot of back and forth, very similar energy with progression and victory and moving on. A lot of the airy energy that's kind of popping up here. Now, the Chariot is actually ruled by Cancer, which is emotions and emotional equilibrium. And the Six of Swords is ruled over by air, which is thoughts, planning. However, with the Emperor card here, I feel like you are taking more of the masculine role in your life. Therefore, I feel like what you're looking for is someone a little bit more dominant and secure in their position. Someone that this is something that you're looking for. However, this is something I feel like you're embodying. Now, this could be something that you're more comfortable with because of that need for control, that need for a sense of power and authority in your life. Maybe you grew up and not having that, which is why your inner child was coming forward and needing more acknowledgement, confirmation. Let's find out. Spirit, can I get some insight on what Stephanie is looking for in partnerships and relationships? The Hermit, some self-reflection. Okay, so you may need some alone time to review what your goals are in relationships, what you really are looking for. There may be a need for isolation, but I'm also hearing a need to reflect on your own wisdom, habits and patterns in relationships. Maybe you're kind of you're thinking twice a little bit about the current, relationship that's popping up here for you, just because of patterns that are being displayed. You're not sure what to do. You're not sure how to respond to it, how to react to it. I do feel like with the Emperor, there's a little bit more of a colder energy, so you may be thinking too logically about this, and your inner child is calling you to lean in on your emotional side of things a little bit more. I'm also hearing passion needs to be restimulated. Let's find out a little bit more about this. Spirit, can I get some insight? Let me get some insight on the nature of her current relationship, please. The Knight of Pentacles, independence. I'm seeing autonomy. I'm seeing luxury. I'm not seeing too much here of a need for self-reflection, but maybe it's this need to learn to accept partnerships, love, validation of some sort. Let's take a look at this. Can I get some clarity on the nature, please? Three of Pentacles. Ooh, this looks like there's a lot of pentacles on the table. Okay, it's reliable. So I feel like the nature of your partnership is stable and reliable. I think this need for self-reflection, or what you're craving with this self-reflection, is possibly working in on the emotional vulnerability side of things, because you are very emotionally intelligent, but sometimes emotional intelligence can override common sense. And sometimes I think here, especially in this spread, you're looking for spontaneous passion, emotion. I'm hearing the word vitality. And a little bit more. The current nature of your relationship. This could also, okay, so you need clarity. Okay, so there's a need for teamwork and collaboration, but also interdependence. So you may be in a partnership with someone that is codependent. You don't know how to shake them off, and you need someone that can stand their ground a little bit more. You need somebody that can, provide, someone that is reliable. So you may be manifesting your Emperor right now. Now, the lack of clarity popping up here with this collaboration card, let me find out if this is something internal or if this is something that you're dealing with your partner. The Sun card, clarity, happiness, joy, fulfillment. Your energy's phenomenal, sweetheart. I think maybe some trauma responses. Yeah, with the Five of Wands is a card of conflict. Let me ask you something. Growing up, your parents, what do you remember about your relationship with your parents? Growing up. If you could describe it in one word. Just overall. all right. Okay. So here, if we were to describe it as all right, there's a level of contentment with this. You know, there wasn't too much good, there wasn't too much bad. So if we were to take a look at your current relationship, if it's reflecting that, you know, your relationship is all right, there could be this subconscious need for some type of passion and or stimulation. I'm not close to them, and that's okay. That's okay. What I feel like is happening here is a mirror of what you're used to seeing in partnerships and relationships. Okay? Just and I feel like here there's no need to dissect the things going wrong in your relationship, but I do think that it would be in your best interest to just to go into the your discovery mode on what brings you that sense of passion, what brings you that sense of stimulation, that you know, wanting to be acknowledged. I feel like you are very, and I don't mean this in a bad way, that when I say simple, what I mean is you don't ask for a whole lot. Okay, you don't ask for a whole lot, but your mind does wander on the what ifs. I'm going to encourage you to just to kind of dive into the what ifs a little bit, um, because I do think you have something great going on. Okay, I really do think you have something beautiful here. I'm going to encourage you to do some self discovery on what this passion looks like. Okay. Um, Let me pull on your partner. Let me pull on their energy a little bit and see what we're working with so I can kind of figure out where your head is at. Because that swing, I keep seeing the swing going back and forth. Let me go ahead and pull on the energy, please. You, my dear, are partnered up with a Cancer. So this is somebody that is a little bit more emotionally connected, and you may be trying to find that. Now, your sun... So we've got a Leo and a Cancer. Okay. The right kind of balance can bring harmony to this relationship. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Elemental. Oh, okay. So, your husband is a Cancer. Your boyfriend right now, can I have their date of birth instead? So the partner that you put up is a Cancer. Birth date. Okay, so that you're in a new connection right now. So spirit may be reflecting on. Okay, so let me find out specifically what spirit is talking about with this partnership and relationship. 315. That would make them a Pisces, still a water sign. So you got a type, girl. Let's go ahead and connect. Let me see what spirit overall is saying about love and partnerships and kind of what you need, okay? Spirit, can I get some insight here on patterns in relationships? 3 of Swords reversed. The Sun. Let's go overall good energy. I'm hearing complacency, dissatisfaction. Were either of your parents a water sign? Is that kind of what's coming up here, that repetitive pattern? Because I'm curious to see what your rising and moon signs are, just because I don't feel like the types of water signs that are coming up for you are... okay, so more Piscean energy. Okay, so your dad's the water sign. Okay, all right, got it. Okay. What does Stephanie need? Stephanie needs to explore options to break out of your relationship patterns. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the World and Death reverse popping up here, clarifying Seven of Cups sideways. So I think now, because of the energy that I'm feeling from you, even though your sun sign is a Leo, you like the acknowledgement, the attention, you like, being the main character, right? I think here there's something about you that you don't like meeting new people, ironically. So I'm curious to see what your moon sign is, which is why I'm saying it. Because this idea of exploring options too, you're like, ugh. You're like, I don't want to do that. I like what I like, is what I'm hearing, which is fine. But this death in this world card reversed is a repeating cycle in your partnerships and relationships. And I really don't feel like you're being stimulated in either relationship. Yeah. What are these cycles that she needs to close? Emotional. Comfort in the pattern. Yeah. I feel like Steph, you're craving emotional intimacy, but you don't know how to reach those levels of yourself. Because I feel like you are so open to giving love, but there's like this stop to receiving love. Like you have that vulnerability threshold. You want someone to see you without you having to explain yourself. And I think that's the partner you're waiting for. But I think the self-discovery journey that Spirit is talking about is you um, diving into that, you know, you need to immerse yourself into your own life. I've always had a problem receiving love. Well, your dad's a fucking Pisces, so I don't blame you. I don't, I don't blame you. Pisces men are a whole other breed. You think Cancer men are bad? Pisces men. Yes, there's a wall up. So I think here, what would be in your best interest? Um, you probably got a healed one, Lumi. So here's the team. Um, self-discovery. Some shadow work for you, my love. You've gotta find out what caused the emotional vulnerability wall. You have to figure out what built it. And then you have to learn how to break through it. I think just men in general. Okay. So let's find out if there's anything else that you need to hear. Because you seem to be very career focused. You're tired. You're burnt out. You just want to be loved. You want to be carried off into the sunset. You want your knight in shining armor to come crawl up that steep ass fucking hill, throw you over his shoulder, and then ride down that hill into the sunset. Okay, so let's see. My favorite genre. Why choose? No, that's kind of what I'm thinking. What Spirit is saying right now is that I don't think that either are a good option for you. But you're sticking to what you know. So when they were saying earlier about how you needed to explore your options, but you don't want to because of that comfort and familiarity, Spirit has somebody completely fucking different planned for you. But you have to let go of both. And I don't think you're ready for that because that would require you to be emotionally vulnerable with yourself. Now, you have choices in this life. So what I'm going to do to answer your question is find out if you choose your husband, what would happen, and if you choose your current partner, what would happen. Okay? So I'm going to give you that option. We're going to tap into it and see what's going on here. Spirit, if she were to go back to her husband, What would that path look like for her? What would that path look like? Reconciliation. Now, I feel like you and your husband have some type of soul tie here, definitely past life karmic cycle. You might benefit from getting your soul contract report, okay, and taking a look at your guys' karmic patterns together and what your purpose is in the lifetimes that you have here. Let me continue down with your husband. Spirit, if she were going back to her husband, what would happen? Stressful. Okay. There's a lot of emotional burdens, emotional baggage left unresolved. A lot of isolation, but there's, yeah. You know what, my love? I'm going to be honest with you. To break through these challenges I'm seeing here with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles, you would have to work through your abandonment wounds and emotional baggage. I'm going to tell you this. I really do feel like your husband's your soulmate. I think that you need some healing. I think that's what this is that you need to work through your abandonment wounds and you need to work through your emotional baggage. Because I do see this blossoming once you work on that. Okay. Now, let's tap into the current situation that you got going on right now. So aside from the soul contract reports, all of this is optional. These are just suggestions that I have available if you're interested. I'm going to suggest a soul contract report for at least your husband if you choose to go back that direction. I'm going to pull on your current situation. So a soul contract on either or for you to decide, you know, you can get both if you want to, but either or, a soul contract report. But I am going to suggest the emotional processing formula to get you started with your inner child healing and your shadow work. Okay? Spirit, if she were to choose her current partner, her current boyfriend, what would that path look like? I've got the King of Pentacles popping up here reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, Four of Cups reversed, Two of Cups, yeah, no. Okay, so Two of Cups reversed is an imbalance in partnerships, okay? I feel like with this partnership, you guys won't be on the same page. 10 of Swords reversed, this is something technically new. There's no betrayals, no hurts. There is room for healing here. You know, with the Knight of Cups reversed, I am seeing that this is somebody that can withhold their emotions as a form of control, which is kind of weird, because the King of Pentacles reversed is someone that is unstable, possibly poor with finances, greedy, materialistic. They could be focusing more on status than anything else. Now, the Four of Cups reversed, again, like I said, with the 10 of Swords reversed, this is something new for you to explore. Possibly, you know, it could be incredibly beneficial for you to kind of continue to pursue until you get the ick and then you bounce. But by then, I feel like in your head, you don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste energy. You don't want to waste time. I feel like here you would gain a lot of wisdom from this relationship, but I don't see it being long lasting. Okay. So I would actually suggest, if you don't get soul contracts for both, I would suggest getting the soul contract for your husband to kind of find out the purpose, the alignment. Okay. I don't think either is a waste of time. Yeah, I don't think, honestly, I really don't think either is a waste of time. I think that the lesson that this current person poses is for you to really decide what you want. So when you make a decision, you don't look back. I think that's what this person is going to teach you is that you're going to learn more about yourself and what you need, the emotional vulnerability, all of that fun stuff. But when I tapped into your energy earlier, you're looking for someone that knows you, that sees you without you having to explain yourself. And I feel like your husband knows that part of you, but there's a lot of animosity that I'm still feeling in the energy between the two of you, that you may be unwilling to face right now, which is perfectly fine. I think that this person that you're currently with is kind of helping you work through that animosity. But long term, I think it's your husband that you're going to end up with again. But I do see a clean slate popping up here for you. So if you choose your husband, it will end up, you know, you'll work through the problems, you'll work through the conflicts, which is kind of validating a little bit further with the death reverse and the world reverse about repeating cycles, needing to let something go. But the anger and the animosity, I kind of, this is, let me find out what this is. Spirit, what is the root of this animosity? Lack of comprehension, his own emotional vulnerability. Okay, so his lack of emotional vulnerability. Was there cheating? I don't think there is, but I just want some clarification on why his head's so far up his ass. Yeah. Okay. So the cheating involved here has more to do with his lack of emotional stability and vulnerability. You know, I think you just haven't gotten confirmation from him. Okay, so let's get confirmation here. Like it's been rumors. Okay. So let's go ahead and kind of clarify on those rumors, because if it's, he could be emotionally cheating. So it's like he's not physically doing anything, but he flirts with other people because he still needs validation. That's something that he needs therapy for. And if he's going to therapy, then he's working on it. Then that could be something that you're working through. But if it's like, I don't know. I think any cheating of any kind is like, meh. It has more to do with lack of self-respect than anything else. Well, let's find out. Spirit, can I get some insight on her husband, please? What happened in their marriage? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so abandoning, so so abandoning promises that he made to you when he married you in the first place. Yeah, that's going to create some trust issues. So this new person is a clean slate. All right, I can see where you're struggling. So setting the cards aside, you know, one girl to another, I would keep this current dude that you have. I would keep this current dude that you have because it's a clean slate. It's new opportunities. I think that he would allow you to have some fun. I think that it would be a really great fresh start for you. And then when it doesn't work out, then you can tell your ex-husband, all right, you can have me back on X, Y, and Z terms and conditions. Plus, it'll give your husband some time to really think about what he's done. It's not a form of punishment. It's just you've got to take care of yourself right now. Really attached. Okay. Let's find out. So you're kind of already getting the ick from this guy, huh? To me, what it feels like is the love that he's bombing you with is the love that you wish your husband gave you. I've got the King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and Four of Wands reversed. My YouTube chat, how do I do that? Pisces King, yeah, Pisces King of Love Bombers. How do I... Is there a way I can close out my YouTube? I don't know how to do that. Because on my Streamlabs, I can only see your guys' comments, so that's how I'm able to monitor it. So let me check my YouTube really quick. Life. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I can follow your guys' comments though. Okay. Oh. There's the light. Okay. My light might go out again. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap. Oh, God, the camera. My light keeps going out. Oh, probably, you know what? Because I probably unplugged it. Here. Let me do this. There we go. Probably because it was unplugged. Focus. Perfect. Cool. All right, love. So, questions. Do you have any questions? There's just a whole lot of mind games right now. I don't think you're meant to make a decision just yet. Because I really don't think you're wasting any time. I think that the time that you spend with this new person is necessary for your own growth and development. Yeah, let them go and treat yourself. Has my ex really changed? I mean, he's working on it. He's working on it. But I mean, like, oh shit. Yeah. He still has, I mean, being realistic, he's got a lot of shit to work through. His intentions are genuine, though. He's working through it. He's working through it. He's doing a lot of self-reflection. And I think that I'm going to give him credit where credit is due. I know. I know. I think, honestly, what I'm feeling is him realizing why does he feel like he even needs validation from other women? And that's what he's working through. Yeah, I feel like he's genuinely, that's what I'm getting too. He's working on a lot of his insecurity issues. He probably has a lot of, he's got a lot of mommy issues. I was about to say here with the Queen of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. He's got a lot of mommy issues. And he's working through it. So give credit where credit is due. He's genuine, but I wouldn't necessarily I wouldn't reward him. Don't reward him for being an adult. Medulla oblongata. Yeah. It's Cancer, always mom issues. Yeah, it's gonna be that way until he really works through that self-reflection and acknowledging that, his mom really did fucking hurt him to that capacity. He's working on it. He's working on it. But don't reward him for being an adult. Reward him when he treats you like a goddess. Reward him when he treats you like a goddess. Don't reward him till he gets through it. Sinful bourbon. No. I mean, here's the thing. You can use sinful bourbon for your own self-love. For feeling your own damn self. But I would, for cherry, I would actually recommend Sun Goddess. I wouldn't do Sinful Bourbon. I would do Sun Goddess. I would do Sun Goddess or I would do Supernova for that one. For this case. They may enjoy crawling. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that what the reason why I'm saying Sun Goddess is because she needs to learn to find that self-worth. I don't think she has issues with people chasing her. I think she has an issue with accepting that energy. So she needs to heal that self-confidence wound. That's why I'm saying Sun Goddess. Because with Sun Goddess, you're going to attract all kinds of shit regardless. But it's the healing element of Sun Goddess. Sinful Bourbon is just pure sex. She needs healing. If she wanted, she could have. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't want it though. That's not what she wants. She could have it, but it doesn't mean that she wants it. What she wants is somebody to. She wants somebody that she can be emotionally vulnerable with, but she has to trust first. Dick is common loot. No. For real, for real. Yeah, so I'm going to recommend Sun Goddess to you, Love Bug, okay? So we've got Soul Contract Report. We've got Sun Goddess or the Supernova Oil. And then we've got the Emotional Processing Formula. So that's going to be my suggestion for you, okay? Alrighty. My pleasure. Love letter exercise. I agree with that too. Love letter I think is great for everybody. So, Steph, because you're a sub, if you register for Discord, so it's an app that you download. Just by following my channel, you'll have access to the community Discord. But if you connect your Twitch channel here to the Discord, you'll have access to a sub-only channel, and I update the sub channel before everybody else. Sweet. Okie dokes. All right, my loves. I think that's it for this evening. Do you guys have any questions? When am I live on TikTok next? Probably Monday. From one Brit to another, we're just like that. We're just like that. Yeah, I'll probably be back on TikTok Monday. Do you prefer TikTok over Twitch? Try to catch a cat. Good luck! Twitch over TikTok? I do too. I do too. Once I learn how to use it. Right? It's fun. It's fun over here. Less lag issues, more funny interactions. Yeah, because I feel like I can be more genuine on here and I don't have to filter so much. I say, I say witchcraft once and I get tagged for harassment. So, what is? What ifs? Anywho, before I let y'all go, we have a community member that needs our help. We do. She has a couple of things going on in her life. Now, I'm not going to get too personal because she does appreciate privacy and she's not one for, mounts of attention. But we have somebody in our community that needs our help. She has a life-changing surgery that she needs. And in order for her to be able to even schedule the surgery, there's a $500 deposit. And she's already, I think the entire bill is like $7,000. So she's been moving and grooving and trying to work. She is a full-time student, psychology student. She actually graduates next month with her bachelor's degree. She's been actively trying to work. She's a single mama. She's doing the best that she can. But this life-changing surgery that she needs is something to help her quite literally just live. She's got severe reproductive issues that is spreading over her whole body, and this surgery would help with some severely debilitating symptoms that she has associated with it. The surgery is actually more of a need than it is something that she just wants. She's having a lot of issues with her insurance. She's doing her best, but she needs help. So it's just if we could raise as a community $500 just for her to be able to schedule her surgery, that's more than anything she could ever ask for. More. And then some. She doesn't know I'm asking you guys. She doesn't know I'm doing this. I don't even think she's watching my live right now. Let me see. Let me check, because I think she has a Venmo. I want it to get sent to her directly, but she doesn't know I'm doing this. So has she been able to find the hospital's financial aid office? Yes. So I've gone over all of the logistics. The $7,000 total is after things have been broken down, after insurance. So what insurance is, the issue that she's having is that insurance is pending because they were requesting an authorization form from her surgeon, but her surgeon won't give the authorization form until the surgery is scheduled. So she's sitting in between trying to earn and save as much money as she can to get the 500 to pay the deposit for the surgery, so that way she can get the authorization letter to then send it to insurance so then they can cover it, and then I'm going to show her how she can negotiate the pricing for her surgery. Okay, so we're already quite literally doing everything that we can. It's just the $500 to get her started. Let me go ahead and double check because I'm pretty sure that it is private. But let me Mimi double checks. Mimi double checks to make sure. Because what I could end up doing is if you send it to my Venmo balance, I can just transfer it to her directly. Just put in the subject for a community donation, and then it'll get sent to her. I'll send the screenshots and then move it over. So I'll send you guys the screenshots of the donation amounts with, I'll block out usernames and stuff like that, and send her the whole amount, and then you guys will see it. But I think it would be a nice surprise. So let me check. 1 second. Okay, so the username, I have it here. So there's no first and last name, which is good. Let me do... Let me double check to make sure. So her first and last name does pop up on her Venmo. Is that an issue? Mama, yes, that's me. I have her username though. I have her Venmo username. I just don't, the thing is that I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If you guys, okay, so let's do this way just because I do want to protect her privacy because her first and last name did pop up in this. So my Venmo is the High Priestess 2. So my username without any underscore, under the business section. Okay, so let me see. Yeah. So if you go to Venmo under the business section, my face, it should pop up like this. Let me see. Here. I think. Yeah, can you guys see that? Okay. So that should pop up here. Yeah, High Priestess 200 business. Thanks. Yeah, so put community donation, same as old school reading. Exactly. Exactly. So put the comment under community donation and I'll send the amount over to her and let her know that it was privately done. I didn't give, names. I did I did express some information. I didn't dive in too deep into it. And then we'll send it over. Yeah, because she does appreciate privacy. So I don't want to give away too much, but just know that she is somebody that has a passion for giving back to her community. She has a passion for healing and for loving. Of course, her bachelor's degree in psychology. She wants to give back. It's hard for people to give back. She's incredibly gifted. It's hard for people to give back when they can't give to themselves. So let's see what we can do to help her get this process started. So that way she can get on her feet and do what she's supposed to do. Okay? Oh, you guys are such blessings. You guys are such blessings. I'll ensure that she gets the entire amount. I'll send screenshots and all that stuff for you guys. I'll put it in the Discord. Okay? I'll put it in the Discord. Now, just for you guys to know, because it's a business account, when it reaches my account, Venmo takes out fees. So just so you guys know, when it does pop up, I will personally cover the fee difference. So if you see the screenshots and it shows a less amount, just know it's fees, but I will be covering it out of my wallet. Okay? If the 500, absolutely. Absolutely. I will keep you guys updated. Yeah. All right. Thank you all. Much appreciated. Yeah, I fucking love this community. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta fucking say. I absolutely love this community. You guys are the best. Not even a minute goes by and you guys have already donated. Let me see. It says 117 on my end. That's because they pulled out fees, but it's probably like 125, I think. But I'll be sure to cover that difference. We love you. We love you. Okay, don't forget to drink your water. I'll see you guys on Discord if you need anything. Have a good night. Night-night. Love you all.